Good morning. Been working on a lot of stuff here at work. I haven't made a video in a long time, I know. But I wanted to show you guys what I've been working on lately is this TPU filament. So TPU basically like retains its kind of like rubbery qualities. It's like elastic even after it's printed. And I've been doing some experimentating with what we can do. This is a PET G handle. Ta-da! Little mallet. So this is kind of our test, proof of concept or whatever for some of the stuff we can do with this stuff. We are going to make up a bunch of little kits like this for other people around the shop. Kind of got a mallet, scraper, something to that effect. Maybe a little triangle file, or a little scalpel. Something like that. But not with this file, like a little triangle file. Something we can do detail stuff with. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. So, like I said, been busy at work. I got a bunch of stuff that I kind of want to show, but I kind of need to do its own video. We've been doing a bunch of articulated prints, like print in place, stuff like that. So that's been pretty cool. I got some of these snakes, little yin yang action going on. The black and the white and the black. You get it? And some door stops. Basically, we just sent some people to Comic Con to, display some of this stuff. And this is some of the stuff we had printed for that. We printed a bunch of like kind of high engagement type stuff. Some of these prints or these models come on the Prusa Core 1s. So this is a lighthouse with a little benchy riding the wave. And it's like basically about the largest print you can do in the Prusa Core 1. Got that one. And then this one. Same thing. Comes inside the Prusa Core 1. It's one of the larger prints that it can just do right out of the box. And we're also on helmet V2. So basically, this was the helmet that I started making whenever I started this channel. It was like individual panels glued together, and I tried to like bondo out the cracks, but I'm not very good at finishing. And this is our V2 helmet. So another thing over here, I broke the antenna a couple times because it's plastic and it's very like bouncy. It's kind of like a weak point of this design. So on V2, we printed the antenna stem on the bounded metal printer. So it's stainless steel. So it's no longer the weakest point. Now the issue is if we dropped it on the antenna, probably the antenna would like lever the plastic piece off that's holding it on. But so long story short, I've had a lot going on. We haven't made a video in a while. This is the new toy we just got, Snapmaker U1. So we can do some more multicolor stuff faster. Right now we're using these Creality K2 pluses for multicolor stuff. And like here's a failed print that I need to burp this morning, but it's an articulated tree snake. But when we sliced it, we didn't put the purge tower. We let the purge tower get put wherever it wanted to get put, and did not notice that it was getting put on the actual snake. So this should have been, back in this corner or something, so that because the purge tower is basically going to glue together these 4 or 5 vertebrae and ruin the print. But so that's what's going on. The Creality K2s, they'll do multicolored print and they work pretty good, but they waste so much plastic. So this is all just wasted plastic from the this print right here. And then, so that plus the purge tower, you end up throwing away a lot of plastic, or people who are set up to recycle the filament, that's cool, I guess, but we're not set up for that yet. So the Snapmaker U1 having like multiple print heads, it's got like 4 different print heads. Each print head has its own color, and then this like motorized gantry just picks up the cartridge it needs, prints with that print head, and then puts the cartridge back, and then it'll pick up the next cartridge and print with that color. So you're not having as much wasted filament where it's trying to, like on the Creality K1s, it has to purge all the color red filament out of the nozzle before the color blue filament can get loaded. So all that red filament in the nozzle has to get wasted. Here's some other stuff I'm working on. This is I'm making door stops for all our doors over here in the shop. So I got integrated robotics, industrial automation, and yeah, I guess I should have talked about that over here. This is another thing. These are my like proof of concept on some of this TPU. So it's been like a process working out some of the bugs, printing with the TPU. And some printers print with it better than others that we have here in the shop, but that was some of the first things we did as a doorstop job. So but anyway, I guess I'm gonna get off of here. That's pretty much what's been going on, and hopefully about to get some new real estate here for, oh no, I should show this too. So we built this. This is like a filament respooler. So basically these Dremel printers, you know, for a long time when I started this channel, remember I had the little side saddle. It was like a wooden spool holder that I had sitting next to each printer. And what ended up happening is like that made the printers take up so much space on the table until I ran out of table space. So I got them reconfigured to use the blue spools that came with the Dremel printers, and I printed these little blocks to cover the wires and also protect the on-off switch so that they can't accidentally get cut off while they're printing. This one's out of commission right now because it has a broken fan blade. So these print heads, they have a couple different fans in them. This is the fan that blows on the top part of your nozzle so that while the bottom of your nozzle is getting hot, that heat doesn't travel up too high and start melting the filament like before it goes in the extruder. So this fan blows across the top of the nozzle to cool that part of it and keep the heat from going higher than it should. And it's got 2 broken blades on it. It's just because these are old, and every time the printer prints, this gets hot and then it cools, and then it prints again next time, this gets hot and then it cools. And when you do that to plastic over and over, it gets more brittle over time. So long story short, we got to change this fan out. What was happening is the 2 blades being broken is making this print head vibrate when the fan gets to going. And then when the print head is vibrating, nothing can stick to the build plate. Like everything that gets put to the build plate, as it's being laid down, it's getting vibrated like that. So I have like 0 build plate adhesion. So this one's kind of out of commission temporarily. But that's kind of what's going on. And long story short, we built this filament respooler so that we could chuck up like this guy around a spool and then put the drill on the end of it, and then we can turn the drill and excuse me, we can like, you know, unspool a roll of Sane Smart. This filament that I'm printing with in TPU is from Sane Smart. It's like that TPU. It's like 95A shore hardness. You know, it's pretty rigid, but it's also soft. So like if I hit this against something, it'll like deform the hammer and not deform the object that I'm hitting. And so yeah, we can gas up the drill, spin it, unspool a roll onto these little blue rolls, and then we can print whatever we're trying to print on these Dremel printers. But so long story short, that's what's going on. And sorry I haven't made a video in a long time. I've just been busy with a bunch of other stuff, and I will try to be better about posting a video once a week or something like that. But that's the latest thing. So okay, everybody, thanks. Stay tuned.